Hello everyone, this is Afra from Quick WordPress Websites. In this video, we will see how to install Wprocket and make setups, and finally we will check the speed of your websites. The Wprocket is the #1 caching plugin. It improves your page speed and optimizes your core vitals. This is the website we are going to test. So this is a website developed using Astra free theme. It's an e-commerce website with some images, text. So let's test the speed before the Wprocket installation. So speed test can be done in using two apps. One is Page Speed Insights. So here I copy paste the website name and click analyze. The mobile score is coming as 42. The desktop score coming as 89, relatively okay with some performance here. And other testing platform is Pingdom. So here also I copy paste the URL and testing from the server America. So this gives the performance grade as 73, page size is 1.2 and loading time is bit high, it is 3.58. So the improving items listed here. Let's install the Wprocket caching plugin. So go to your WordPress dashboard, click plugins, add new, then click upload plugin, choose file and locate the purchase Wprocket plugin. So I'm locating here, select and open, click install. It will take few seconds to 1 minute. So now click activate plugin. Okay, now the plugin has been activated. You can see the Wprocket is here and click settings. Here you can see the license status of your Wprocket. So Wprocket is now activated and already working for you. So let's start setting up each contents. First we'll go to the cache. Caching is a temporary way of storing files because Google and other search engines love fastest websites. When the loading time of your website increases, your readers get bored and abandon you. Don't let this happen. Take advantage of caching with Wprocket. Wprocket caches your pages by creating static HTML files and making them easily available for visitors. It also applies browser caching, asking the browser to store commonly used but rarely updated files in the local memory. So enable caching for mobile devices. So by default it is enabled, and you can see here all the other things are, you can leave it as default. The next item is file optimization. First is CSS files. First option is minify CSS files. Actually, minification of CSS file will remove the white spaces and comments that reduces the file size. So better activate this. But there's a alert message will come. Sometimes you may got break of your website. So when you do this, what can be done is just save these changes. Open your website in a new tab. In the new tab means there should be no WordPress login. So open the website in a new browser with a new tab. So without this WordPress login, because if you have the WordPress login, it will cache the already available website, so you can't see the new changes. So now the website is clearly working, clearly loading, so no issue with the activation of the CSS minification. Sometimes some website may get cracked, so better check with that. If you get your website get cracked, you get just uncheck this one. So for the moment checking this one is beneficial. Okay, right. The second one is combine CSS files that enable minify CSS file to select. Actually, the websites are loading as HTTP1 and HTTP2. The latest websites are coming with HTTP2. If it is HTTP2, no need to activate this. So what is the difference between HTTP1 and HTTP2? I can explain in the picture. In HTTP1 websites, every files load one after the another. But in HTTP2, all the files load simultaneously. So how to know your website is from HTTP1 or HTTP2? For that you can click this more info, and here you will see not sure if your site uses HTTP1 or 2. So click this tester and copy paste your website URL and click test. So now you can see your website is HTTP2 protocol is supported, so no need to activate this. The third one is optimize CSS delivery. Actually, optimizing CSS delivery eliminates the rendering of blocking CSS files on your website. So those are technical things, no need to know that, but better activate this one also. Let's come to the JavaScripts. The first one is minify JavaScript files. As we done in CSS files, it will remove the white spaces and commands of the files. So it will reduce the file size. So please select that one. So activate minify JavaScript. Then the second one is the combine JavaScript files, as we seen in CSS files also. If it is HTTP1, better you can activate, or HTTP2, no need. So if you activate this, there's no problem. And this part is the load JavaScript deferred. Actually, this deferred loading eliminates a render blocking JS. When you're testing your speed test, most of the time this render blocking JS will take most of the time. So better activate this one, so it will block the render blocking JS files. And the next one is by default it is selected, so it delay JavaScript execution. Actually, the JavaScript executions will take the initial time of your website. So when we delay this JavaScript execution, the HTML and CSS file will load first. Later only the JavaScript execution will be activated. So better click this one and delay JavaScript execution. So please change those changes before going to the next step. So next steps is the media. In media, lazy load is very important part, because when you scroll a website, the loading time for image and iframe videos are very high, so it will delay the loading of the page. So after the WordPress version 5.5, the lazy load is available in the WordPress as well. So here also you can enable this, enable for images and enable for iframes. So what will happen is, first initially the web contents will be loaded, then images will be loaded during the scrolling of the screen or movement of the mouse. And let's go to the preload. Preload cache. When you enable preloading, Wprocket will generate the cache starting with the links on your home page. Actually, the preloading is automatically triggered when you add or update the content, and also be manually triggered from the admin bar. Here you can go to the Wprocket in the top menu, and here you can manually preload the cache. So activate is already activated. So if you want to have activate sitemap based caching, you can click this one also, and enable if you want to have links to enable, so you can enable this thing, so there's no problem. And the next part is the advanced rules. So if you are a technical person, you can give some codes here. So if you are a non-technical person, no need to worry about these things. And the data mesh. So here, when you developing a website, the website's revisions will be saved. For example, if you're using Elementor Builder, so the revisions are saved in the Elementor. So if you don't want a website latest revision, you can go back to your previous version. So those versions are saved in your database. So if you want to clean up these data revisions, you can select these things and it will immediately clean up your data. So it will preserve your server space. But I strongly recommend you, if you are new to website development, don't go with these revisions, because you may need to have your previous versions. Otherwise, if you want, you can clean up all your databases. So next thing is a CDN. So I'll come back in the last step for CDN. And heartbeat. So heartbeat is another part. It is reducing or disabling the API activity. So if you are not worry about this, don't need to do anything with that. And add-ons. So you can add some add-ons: varnish, WebP compatibility, and CLOUDFLARE. So I will explain the CLOUDFLARE with the CDN later. Next step is image optimization. So there are a lot of image optimization plugins available in the WordPress, but WPRocket is recommending IMAGIFY. So first you have to install this IMAGIFY. So click install IMAGIFY. So there are 3 steps to activate the plugin. One is create an account, then enter your API key, then configure it. So let's set up an account. So you have to enter your email address to receive the API key. Click sign up. Now the account have been created and API have been sent to your email. So click OK and copy paste the API key from the email to here. So here is the API key. I'm just copying that and paste here. So connect me. Okay, now your API key is valid, and now you can configure image settings to optimize your images. So I click OK. So now go to settings. In the settings, you can have normal, aggressive, and ultra mode. This IMAGIFY is free, so you can see the IMAGIFY packages. The free package, that is starter package, is 20 MB per month, that is approximately 200 images per month. It will optimize freely. And the infinite package is $10 per month. It is unlimited website. So if you are using a massive website, you can go for the package. Otherwise, this free version is enough. So you can see what package is suitable for your website. You can click here, what plan do I need. So it will analyze your website and it will say you have 65 images with the size of 17 MB. So it is free plan is enough to optimize your images. So it recommends the free plan. So close this one. So here I am using the ultra, and this selected one is auto optimize images on upload. So this is by default is selected, so keep as it is. And also backup original images. So if you want to keep your original images in the backup folder, you can enable this. By default it is already enabled. If you are a photographer, you can enable this one, otherwise no need of doing this. Third one. And the optimization, the WebP format. Actually the WebP format like JPG and PNG, this WebP format is suitable for the website. So by default it is activated. And also media library, the resize larger images, the to maximum 2560 pixel images will be reduced to 80% of its size. So if you want to have smaller size, you can enable that part, otherwise you can leave it as by default. And here file optimization, you can optimize all the files. Okay, now you can save the changes. If you want to bulk optimize your images, you can go to the bulk optimizer. Here you can click that. So it will bring you to the bulk optimizer. So here, so now go down and click this IMAGIFY all. So click this one. So click start the optimization. So the media library will be optimized. So the optimization process is started. So it will take some minutes. Then it will optimize all of your images. So after about 5 minutes, it have optimized around 35% of the files. So you can leave it as it is. It will optimize the files in the background. So you can check the optimized files in the media. So go to the media and click library. Here you activate, click this one. So now you can see, for example, this bigger files, this file, it is around 55% optimized. Similarly, all other files have been optimized around 50 to 80% depend on their sizes. This is around 60%. Like that, all the files are being optimized, so you can allow it to be done in the background. Let's come back to the Wprocket and go to the CDN. So integrating CDN is the final step of your Wprocket tutorial. So Rocket CDN is expensive. Actually, it is 7.99 USD per month, but you can use a free one. The free one is provided by CLOUDFLARE. So before that, let's see what is CDN and how it works. Actually, CDN is known as Content Delivery Network. It is a group of servers which is available anywhere around the world. In simple form, just like your hosting server, CDN also used to store your website data. For example, if your server in India, your visitors are far away from your server, like in USA, it will take longer for your site to load. So instead of this, if you connect your site with CDN, which is available all over the world, a copy of your website will be served in the CDN servers. So if a visitor opens your site, your website data will be taken from the nearest CDN, which makes your site load faster. To create CDN, go to cloudflare.com and click sign up. Here give your username is a email address and the password. Now click create account. Now your account has been created. Then click add site. Here copy paste your site address and click add site. Now your site has been added, and this CloudFlare has many packages, so we are going to use the free one. So this free one has the DDoS attack mitigation and global content delivery network, that is CDN. So click free package, get started. Okay, now your website is added and click continue. Now you have to change the name servers. So my default name servers are like these. So we have to add the CloudFlare's name server. So click copy the first one. So I have purchased my domain name from Wprock. So this is the domain name provider. So I have purchased my domain here. So this is the domain name I have purchased. So I click details, and here authoritative name servers I can edit. So if you are using GoDaddy, Namecheap or other domain name providers, you have to do the similar way. You have to change the name servers. So I delete this one and paste the CloudFlare's first name server. Also copy the second name server and paste here and click submit. Okay, now the name servers have been changed. So if you done the name server change, you can check whether the name servers are changed. Sometimes it may take around half an hour to 1 hour. So let's see what happened now. Okay. Now we can go through this process: improve security, optimize performance, and summary. So first, get started. So if you want to get the HTTPS SSL certificate, you can enable this. So already it's enabled, so just save it. And if you want to have this HTTPS always use, click yes and serve. And here you can see, like Wprocket, this CloudFlare also giving this auto minify facility for JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. So you can activate these ones. So there's no issue when you activate these ones with Wprocket, because Wprocket also recommends the activation of these three. You can see that in their tutorial. So you can click save. This also you can activate, save. So click finish. Okay, now the first part of the CDN have been done. Before proceed, please verify your CloudFlare account. So go to your registered email address and click the mail of verification. So you can click this one and you can verify your CloudFlare account. So now your email address is verified. The next part is you have to add a plugin to WordPress to interconnect CloudFlare. But when you are using WPRocket, no need to install a plugin separately because WPRocket already have that facility. So you can go down here and click add-ons. Here you can see the CloudFlare. So here you can activate this. So activate this one and click modify options. So here it will ask the global API key. So go to your accounts. Here you can see get your API token. So click that one. So click global API key and click view. So it will ask you a password. Okay, now you can copy this API key and paste here. Then you can put your account email and zone ID. So zone ID you can go back again. Click your site name and you can see the zone ID here. Copy and zone ID pasted, and also add your email address. Now if you want, you can activate the optimal settings, relative protocols and other things, and you can save the changes. So let's come to the final step of this video. So here it have tools, so you can export these settings to use in other website also. Also you can import the other websites WPRocket settings here also. So those facilities available here. Also it have tutorials. Here there are several tutorials are there. You can get more knowledge from here. And very important one is the add-on. So here they are mentioning about the set up the CloudFlare add-on. So you can get details from here also. Let's do the speed test of our site. So copy paste the domain name and start testing. Wow, you can see the performance grade is 93, page size is 803 KB and load time is 210 millisecond and request is 36. Here you can see the massive difference before and after installation of WPRocket. So if you have any doubts, please leave us a comment and please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.